Educational GMAT. Your partner in your GMAT journey.
Which one? Sorry, Baker. All right. Okay. Uh, Fair enough. Fair enough. I would, in fact, expect that you should immediately eliminate Alpha and David. Why? Absolutely. Because there is no information about profits. Remember, we discussed in our very first class, revenue minus cost is equal to profit. So profit you can only figure out if you know something about revenue and cost. There is no information about revenue, no information about cost. I would repeat that. There is no information about revenue mentioned. Just because consumption of cigarettes increased, we cannot conclude that the revenue also increased, because revenue would be what? Revenue would be what? Volume of cigarettes sold into price per cigarette. We have no information about price of cigarette. Who knows the price of cigarettes came down? Price of each cigarette, I mean. Who knows the price of each cigarette came down? In which case, despite the fact that the volume of cigarettes has increased, the total revenue would come down. So we have no information about either the revenue or the cost. So how can we conclude anything about profits? Okay, all right. Now I've just drawn a table, 1973 and 1976. Let's say total cigarette consumption in 1973 was 100 cigarettes, and let's say total population of the US was 100. Now in 1976, what is given? Consumption of cigarettes increased 3.4%, which means 100 became 103.4. Total US population increased 5%, which means 100 became 105. Now, per capita, again, is a concept that we already discussed. It's average per person, as simple as this. How do you calculate per capita cigarette consumption? Number of cigarettes consumed divided by total population. So that would be 1 in 1973. 103.4 divided by 105, that would be the per capita consumption in 1976. So from this, it is very clear that per capita consumption of cigarettes in the US was lower in 1976 than in 1973. All right. The people do, by the way, get confused with Charlie and Edward. Now, Charlie and Edward, by the way, would require us to know something about the pattern of smoking. See, for example, in 1973, one person may be smoking 10 cigarettes a day. In 1976, 10 people may be smoking 1 cigarette a day. So notice both in 1973 and 1976, total of 10 cigarettes are being consumed, but the pattern is very different. So number of smokers versus non-smokers, there is no way for us to find out, because that would require us to know about the pattern of smoking. Should we move forward?